everybody. Hello. I would like to thank GBC for inviting me to this lovely conference and give me the opportunity to speak. I will give a very quick introduction about myself. My name is Ioannis Lagos. I'm from Greece, and I'm dealing with online gaming business the last 16 years. And if you add 10 years as an affiliate in the industry, it makes us 26 years. So literally all of my life I'm involved with the gambling business from almost all the positions, the position of the affiliate, the position of the operator, the position of B2B. I work with really big brands in my life, and since 2018, I decided to create my own company, an own consultancy company, gather all the knowledge that I have for so many years in the industry, and try to help or give opportunity to people that they want to invest in the gambling industry and do it in the right way based on what I know. Can we go to the next slide, please? So what I will try to explain you in 10 steps here is how a person, an investor, a company, friends, people that they have money or they have some extra money or they have some savings can invest in the gambling industry and what they have to do. And I will explain it in 10 steps. Please go to the first slide. So, in order to enter the gambling industry, the most important part is the budget. Most of the investors that they are approaching me, usually they are not related with the business, but they're looking for a side project, so they have some extra money or some more extra money to spend in that. People that they have lifetime savings and they hear here and there that it's a good opportunity to invest in gambling, and people that they are related with the industry and they want to do the extra step. My job in this part is that I need to give to all of them the correct advice, and the correct advice is sometimes is a negative advice. So please don't do it because you don't have enough money, or please don't do it because you don't know the dangers, or please don't do it because you don't understand what is the business and what you should expect from that. So my job is to protect the investor. If the investor understands, and if the investor wants to move forward and he has the ability to move forward, then what I have to do and what I will do is to protect the investment. Next slide, please. So since we're having a deal, and since let's say that one of you guys would like to start running an online business, the most important deal decision is the geo. It's in which country you are going to operate. We are living in the world that the .com model has died, and the .com model was the model that everybody can operate anywhere he wanted with a .com. And most of the potential investors and operators, they are willing to operate in the gray markets, which actually are so full of competitors, which in my opinion, the decision of where I'm going to operate and which rules I'm going to play is the most important. Between us, what I'm suggesting is that it's time for the investors to leave the gray areas. It's time for the investors to leave the countries that they can operate under the radar and pay extra fees for everybody, affiliates, payments, providers, and start using, a target market. Like, let's say, I will target Sweden. I'm just borrowing this country. I will invest in this country. I will do my best in order to get a piece of pie of this country. and I will protect my investment by investing in one country at a time. So when I will be successful in Sweden, then slowly I can go from one country to another. So since I will agree with, since somebody wants to invest to online gambling, he needs to decide which way he will go, gray or not gray. Next slide, please. Then he needs to build a story. He needs to build a story behind his brand. He needs to know what he wants to serve in the market that he chooses, or to the markets if he goes on the gray area. What story means? Each brand, each operator has a character, has a story behind. Some of them are classic. 888, it's a classic. It's a legend in gambling industry. It's one of the first online casinos. Or Bet365. We are the first that we brought live betting, and we are investing only in betting, and we don't care the casino. Then it's the modern. It's the sites that they came after 2010, which is like let's say like a Casumo, like King Billy, or in gambling, or in sports like Mr. Green Bet, which is new style, approaching the new type of clients, and at the end they don't care so much about the all-time classic players. Then there is the massive. The massive, it's something like you're just following what everybody's doing. You don't do something extra. You're doing something like everybody does, and you're trying to get a piece of the pie from the massive. And then it's the VIP, which is a really targeted casino or sportsbook, which means that based on your design, based on the approach, you are targeting only high-level players, the ones that they will bring you good amount of money, and of course you need to reward them in order to have your money back. Next slide, please. Model. First, you're choosing the country, then you're choosing the story. Now you need to choose the model. What that means, what model means. There's several type of solutions in order to operate your online casino or sportsbook. The first is the white label, and the second is the turnkey, and the third is the hybrid. So what white label means, it means that actually it's the model that a rookie, a starter, enters the market. So what he can do with that? He can have all the services that he can provide to the end client provided by the platform provider, and what he needs to do is only the marketing. Of course, this is coming with a cost, which means that as a white label, you have a partner, you have a person that is getting you a good amount from your revenue every month, because what? They're doing all the job for you regarding support, operations, security, app integrations, promotions, all this should come through them. In turnkey solution, it's a different model. It's a model that you acquiring your own license, and based on that, you are integrating, you are setting up an operator and an operator site that actually you're doing everything. The cost is higher, but the profit also is higher. And the third one is the hybrid. Hybrid, it's something that came in the market lately, which means that we give white label, but it's like a turnkey. So you don't have the security of the white label because you are half turnkey. You pay some of the expenses, you're sharing some of the expenses, but at the end of the day, I believe that the two first models are the ones that you should choose in order to enter the market. And I'm saying also one more time, for a rookie, for a person, for an investor that he wants to enter in the market for first time, the white label solution is the best. Next, please. Partner. So, as we are building our business. So yes, we decided that we are going to do white label or a turnkey. So you need to find a partner. The partner is the key. It's the heart. It's the brain of your business. And in order to choose the platform, the partner, you should review the existing platforms. You should review if these platforms can provide CRM, CMS, what type of games are integrating, what payment solutions they have integrated, and how fast they can deliver. Also, there is things like support, and also there is things like how modern and how effective is the partner regarding your needs. Going back to the story that we were talking in the beginning, if you build the story that your partner cannot support it based on his CRM or CMS program, you will face this problem in the future. So choosing the partner is one of the most important decisions. Even if sometimes the partner, the platform provider, costs a little bit more, it will be wiser than to choose a partner that can promise you things that cannot deliver. So the partner is the biggest decision when you're building your brand. Next slide, please. Plans. So after you're doing all that, and after you know all the costs, you should build your business and the marketing plan. It's very also important. So you know now how much it costs you to set up, how much it costs you to maintain, how much it will cost you to operate monthly your potential sportsbook or casino. So what you need to do now is to make a business and a marketing plan. The business plan is not so much the one that we think, massive business plan, but mostly it's a P&L. You need, to put all your expenses and all your potential profit in order to see how you will control your budget during the first 2 years, which actually it's going to take to somebody to make break even. Sometimes it's less than 2 years, but in my opinion, if you are wise, and if you spend your budget wisely, in 2 years you will make the break even, or 1 year and a half, and after that you will start having profit. Marketing plan is very connected with the story that we speak in the start, which means that all your marketing plan is going to be based on what exactly you want to serve to the end client. So after that, you will be ready to make the kickoff. Please go to the next slide. Recruitment. Based on what model you choose, white label or a turnkey solution, the recruitment is important. If you're going for the white label, you don't have to hire a lot of people. You need to hire good affiliate managers, you need to hire a good designer, a good operation manager, and then you are ready, and a good marketing manager, of course. And then you are ready actually to start operating based on the needs and based on the market that you have chosen in the past, in the beginning. When we are speaking about the turnkey solution, we are speaking about different things. So you need to hire support, you need to hire risk management, you need to hire affiliate managers, operation, HR, because you're building a company, you're building a full operation company. So all these positions are needed because they are not provided by your partner. So the recruitment, it's a very, very important thing. Also, when you are going to recruit, there is positions like head of affiliates, like head of operations, CRM manager, that they cannot be people with no experience. It's important to hire people with experience in that position, and maybe needed to spend some extra money in order to not lose time by hiring people that they half know the job, and then what is happening, they keep you behind, and then you start from the beginning, and you start again from the beginning, and at the end, you realize that you lost 1 year of your time because of the bad choices. Next slide, please. Budget spending. So, going back to what I was saying with the people with experience, what I'm suggesting to my clients is that they are having a budget and they leave the experienced people to deal with it. So how you will spend your budget, how you will make your brand, how you will do brand awareness. When I started this industry, I was working with 888 people, and back in 2000 something, that was a long time ago, they were telling me that imagine that the budget is a pie. So in this pie has three pieces. The one piece is media buying, the other pie is affiliates, and the third piece of the pie is the SEO. If you spend your money equally, not monthly, but at the end you spend your money 33 in these three pieces of the pie, at the end you will have the wanted result. It will help you also for the brand awareness. It will help you for many things. All this goes back in which geo, in which country, in which region you decided to operate, and of course what your competitors are doing at the same time. So that's why you need experienced people to take this budget and spend it wisely in each part of this pie. By the way, those days we didn't have the social media, we didn't have Telegram, we didn't have, but all this part, it went to the media buying. So Google Ads and all the rest went going to media buying, which is a huge part, and it's the most difficult part in the industry, in order to for you to know where and how you will spend your budget. There's a lot of traps, unfortunately. There is a lot of people taking advantage that people don't know how exactly it works, and they sucking money from the investors by doing actually nothing, not even small brand awareness. Next slide, please. Patience. So Rome wasn't built in one day, and what I'm trying to say is that most of the investors, they're convinced by the sales people that you will pay 20,000 and in 1 month you're going to have your own casino or your own sports book and you're going to be millionaire. Of course, nobody's explaining to them that they need to spend huge amount of money in marketing in order to at least start having some traffic, some turnover, and spend it wisely, as we said before. And of course, need patience. And most of my clients, they don't have it. This is the most important thing, and this is the thing that when I'm speaking with my clients, I'm trying to convince them from day one. There will be good and bad days. There will be days that you will have a lot of FTTs, lots of turnover, and there will be days that you will not have nothing, and you're going to have a big winner that it's going to ruin your quarter. So there will be good and bad decisions in the company. There will be decisions that they will help the company to grow, or there will be decisions that they hold the company back. So what it needs from the investors, if they are investors, is to step on side and wait at least for the time frame that I'm giving based on what they're investing, and see and evaluate the results after this. You cannot evaluate the result after 1 month. You cannot evaluate the result after 1 quarter. You need minimum 6 months to see how it goes, because everything is connected. If you start the SEO today, the result is going to be after three months. If you start brand awareness today, the result is going to be after 6 months. If you start doing affiliate today, the affiliates will not promote you from day one if they cannot see you that you're doing things in the industry, because for them it's much easier to put 1xBet banner in or 1xBet review in the first page of the website, because it's going to convert 100 times more than your brand, which is new. So what is need? It needs patience. It needs to promote the story. It needs to do good marketing and use any tool that it's possible to help you to grow the business. And next slide, please. So this is the final slide, Reinvest. Okay, very simple. After 1 year and a half, what we said that we are doing break even, but that doesn't mean that in the previous period we didn't have any profit. We had, definitely we had, because if we follow the procedure, And if we are, as I said, good and spend our budget wisely, we will have some profit. This profit in the beginning need to be reinvested. Need to be reinvested in order, to start building your brand awareness, in order to start building your brand and get it well known in the industry. Otherwise, all what we have done the previous period that we were speaking, it's waste of time. We're going to lose, except if we agree that we are going to earn this amount of money, we're going to retain this amount of money, and we will not grow more than we want. But from my side, when you're investing in that industry, most of the guys in the industry say sky is the limit, but there's no sky here. You can go beyond the sky as long as you are following your structure. Thank you for your time. I am ready for your questions.
Thank you so much for your presentation. It was very interesting and useful. I'm sure that this is useful for the iGaming businesses, of course. We have some questions in our chat, so let's discuss them. The first question is, in your opinion, what will be the most in-demand profession in iGaming in 2023?
What is going to be the most?
In demand, the most popular profession, the most...
in iGaming, it's a tricky question. The good thing in the iGaming industry is that there is always demanding people. People from different places, from different, how they call it, sphere, from different industries. So I cannot, point that the marketing is, the profession that is going to be needed, because it's already needed. I cannot point that a sportsbook specialist who's doing, let's say, odds for esports is something that is going to be needed. I believe that what is going to happen in the iGaming industry, it's something else which is not related, but I believe that most of the people that are involved in the industry, they will start working remotely, and that it will help them to be more productive and more to the point, to the needs of each company. There's no demanded, job in iGaming. Everything is important, from the PR manager until the CEO of the company. What has to do is these people need to follow the developments, which is the most difficult part in that industry. So if you're following the developments and if you are updated in any session, you are okay. Back in the past, it was the UX. Now, no.
Okay. So the next question is, how can a newly launched company survive the competition in the iGaming market?
Oh, that's a nice question. I already said that. It depends on what you want. So imagine that you're building, it's in, I think it's slide number 2, Gale, where you want to operate and under which rules you want to operate. If you follow the rules of everybody follows, let's say Curacao license, it's very easy. I can tell you, you need to target Canada where is no license. You need to target New Zealand, Australia. If your platform provider lets you, you will go to India, you will go to a little bit Asia. So what you are going to do, you're going to do what everybody is doing, and how you can survive. You can survive by spending more money than them and giving more opportunities to your potential partners to start promoting you. So if you start, let's say today, with this type of the brand, be ready to give huge affiliate revenue shares, pay huge CPAs, and then as you're doing your brand awareness, this thing is going to go narrow down. Of course, there's examples like King Billy, for example, but that was 5 years ago, because I was involved in that brand, which they started low under the radar, following simple things, and at the end they became really popular. But as I was saying, the story helped a lot. So they did something different. They had good managers, so they grow. So if you choose to go on the gray area, be ready to spend lots of money and have patience. If you choose to go to a regulated area, it's a most, how much money you want to spend and how much you're willing to pay taxes and be adapted with the law. This is how you can survive.
Mm-hmm. And the third question is, what do you think, which online gambling license is the easiest to get?
Oh, it's still Curacao. It's of course they make some big changes, and it's not so easy as it used to be, because some people from Malta, from MGA, they relocate in Curacao and they're trying to change the laws. Still Curacao, it is. But to be honest, even a Maltese license doesn't have any value anymore. Since what you can do is that you can make deal with the payment system providers. But at the end, if we go by the law and by the book, it helps only for these things. You cannot operate in France if you have an MGA license. Of course, if you have MGA license and Curacao license, you can operate in Ukraine, for example, which they don't respect their law. So they don't block in domains and everybody's happy, except the ones that they paid for the licenses. Or you can operate in ex-CIS countries, or you can operate also in Scandinavia, which also they don't respect the people that they spend, that are paying for license. But this is a decision, government's decision. So the easiest license is the Curacao. Having both of them, Curacao and Malta, it's an asset, because you can convince your players that you're operating under two license, very reliable site. But at the end of the day, if you check, there is thousands of sites that they're operating with no license.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any tips on securing an iGaming license in Malta?
Sorry, do I?
Do you have any tips on securing an iGaming license in Malta?
What type of tips? To tell you that there is one for sale, or to explain you where you can find lawyers? I mean, it's very simple. It's not you don't need tips anymore that it was in 2010, that you need to have your personal connections in order to bypass audits or to make the audits fast, because it was every 6 months. You're just going to the MGA website, you follow the procedures, and that's it. I mean, I don't have some extra tips, but if needed, I can always find.
So there is not the easy way or the hard way to get the license in Malta. This is the only way to get. Mm-hmm.
There is simple things. You're just reading the instructions, you follow them, you're going for an audit, you're passing the audit, and that's it. I mean, is not that you can say, okay, I will spend some extra money there in order to make it faster, or I will go with this lawyer who knows better. Usually you're going with lawyers that knows what they're going to ask you and knows what your platform or your games or your sports book need to be in order to be licensed. It doesn't, it's not so difficult as it was in the past.